Welcome back to the channel, everybody. My name is Lon, and this is Lon's World. Today, we are not going to be working on the 4Runner, but we are going to start on a little project that will help us do the 4Runner project. In today's episode, we're going to try to convert this handheld bandsaw into a table bandsaw. Now, they do make a kit that does that. You know, you can buy that from Amazon, but that will not be me though. So let's get into it. Now, I removed the blade already. So what I'm gonna do next is take this little bracket off right here, this little black bracket off that's held on by 3 screws. We're gonna do that right now with a T20 Torx. Take that out. Now, I could probably use an impact to do this, but it's at an angle, so screwdriver, it's not that tight, so just take these screws off here. Set that on the side, and this here is the bracket that we're looking at. It's got a little indentation in there for the screws so that when you cut a piece, it goes over those screws so it doesn't hit the screw heads. What we're gonna do is try to replicate that onto our tabletop. I got these scrap motors that are laying around the garage. It's got a little smooth angle to it, which would work great for the front of our table. So what we're gonna do is gonna do something like this, so it'll sit, so the bandsaw will be sitting like this, and pretty much something like that, so it make like a table. So what I'm gonna do is take this piece and trace this on the table, pretty much like that. Take a marker here and trace it on the table. Just like that. Of that same bracket. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take my angle cutter and just cut around this right here, this outside part. So this piece will fit right in there, and we're gonna weld that onto that metal table. As you can see, the piece fits right perfectly into there. While you guys weren't watching, I did welded a piece on there. Now it's just tack welded in spots. While you guys wasn't watching, I did cut a piece of leg for that, so we're gonna put it so it's tabletop. One right here, and the other one on this side, just like that. So I'm gonna weld that on now. There you go, that the tabletop's all welded, legs on. Now in order to fit the blade in there, I marked the line. I'm gonna slice it right through here, couple cuts, so that the blade will just come right through in here when I install the blade. And here we have it, it's all finished. As you can see, why I cut that slot in there, so that the blade can feed right through here. And then the 2 screws goes on right here. It holds this side, and this screw holds this side so it doesn't fit. So it's work just like that. If I push on the switch, it works just like that. And now we've got to deal with the switch. Obviously, we can't hold one switch with one hand and try to work a piece with the other hand. So let's mess with the switch. Turn this around. Unplug this. So we're going to take this apart. here. There's our switch, just your normal switch. What we're gonna do here is just the power here we're gonna take out, because we don't need the power to go into the, because we're gonna mount an external switch. So we're gonna take that out, take this out. Now, we're gonna cut the ground. This switch is, we're not gonna use this switch. So we cut this out. So this we're gonna take out. We're gonna cut this. Now what we're gonna do, we're still gonna keep this in here. What we're gonna do is gonna try to feed these two wires that feed that motor in there, this part end right here. So what we're gonna do is gonna snip that little piece end right here. Snip this. Oh, can't snip it, too hard. I'm gonna use another smaller bandsaw. I'm gonna cut this right here. Put a slot in there. Slot in there. Hopefully this will come out. Like that. So now, we got a little knot there. We're gonna feed the wires through here. Just like that. And then the ground, we're gonna extend it. I'm gonna grab a piece of wire. Now I have a green wire. What wire will I have to do for now? Slice this in here. The wire knot. Should fit right in there. Just like that. Just like that. So the wire is not pinched. Put the plastic handle back in, like that. Plastic handle. So this is the old cord that we cut off right here. This is the new switch box. You can actually use a regular light switch from like a house or something. Put a regular box on here. Regular, they call it a handy box. It's like 1.5 by 3.5 inch box. At the right end. Just put a regular light switch on there, like what you normally use for a house, like this right here. You can actually use this if you want to. I just happen to have this 120 volt rated micro switch, they call them. So now this back hole I drilled in, this back hole right here, so it's gonna fit right over this box right here. So it's gonna be something like this. It's gonna face just like that. So I'm gonna feed the wires through. According to the old switch, the red is the white, the neutral. You got the ground. Splice the white with the red, because the red, according to the old switch, is the neutral. You do not have to switch the neutral. Everything's all spliced in. And I got this small screws that I have right here. Now I know there's nothing behind that handle, so I can screw this small box right into the handle. And while wiring is done, all I gotta do is put the cover on here. Let's try this out if it works. So, plug this in, switch on, let's get a fork piece tested out, switch on. perfectly. This is a 1/4 inch thick steel, so it takes a little bit. But there you go, y'all. Homemade table saw. That's all you gotta do, right there, just like that. Now you guys know what to do. Like, subscribe, ring that notification, and I'll see you the next time, okay?